I'm Julia Althoff, and I live on Hannah Trail. And so our concern with the road going through is the increased amount of traffic and the safety for the children that live in that neighborhood. And so I just want to, there's probably nothing I can do to stop it. It's going to happen even though all the building plans for the whole city were to move that way, not this way. But there's probably not anything I can do to stop it, you know, but I just know that there's a lot of kids in that area, and we moved out of an area where there were a lot of traffic, and I just want to make sure that we've done everything we can to make sure the kids are safe.
For now?
So if I could, so our concern for planning and zoning and the city council was the same. So the original concept plan that was submitted 2 years ago in Mechanics had access for Susan. And if you look at that, the school actually owns property. It stops just short of Hannah. So eventually Hannah would connect, like any other street would connect, but the flow of the traffic, buses, all that stuff would come off the highway. We purposely told them we wanted to reduce and not have bus traffic going through residential. So we didn't allow them access to Susan, but naturally Hannah would connect to that road eventually as it continues to develop. So we have the same concern. So all the bus traffic is designed to go in and out off the highway.
But for this initial first JKK, whatever it's going to be, school, the only road is coming from the highway.
Correct.
There will not be a road connected to Hannah at this time.
So what you're seeing there is the requirement for them to show any future roads, any connectors.
Okay.
So that's what that's showing.
But with this initial building going up, it's only accessible from the highway.
But we expressed the same concern that you had.
Okay, yeah. And the other question I had was, do you envision this needing to be widened? Because I know Hannah Trail's not a very wide street.
Yeah.
So, you know.
So it meets the recommendation.
Okay.
What's the average road? 66, 33?
Right away, 66, yeah. I don't expect that residential road is going to get any wider in the future.
Okay.
Because it's not a through street, it won't be an arterial or anything like that.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
thank you.
Good question.
Thank you. Okay, is there a motion to approve the subdivision plan?
Second.
Any other discussion? All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carried. And now the rezoning hearing of the Tri-Valley School District, same land, Tri-Valley addition to the city of Crooks. And Scott, I'll let you.
Okay, so the Planning and Zoning Board reviewed the submitted application to rezone that property from ag to R1, which is single-family residential. Upon extensive review, the request to rezone complied with the City of Crooks comprehensive plan, and R1 is specifically identified on our future use map for that applicable area. No comments from the public was noted. The board, via roll call vote, unanimously passed the motion to approve the application. It is the recommendation of Planning and Zoning Board that the Board of Adjustments approve said application to rezone this property from ag zoning to R1 single-family residential.
Thank you. Is there anybody have a question on that? Okay. Is there a motion to approve the rezoning? Second. Any other discussion? All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carried. And now to open comments, and I see we have Jesse Fonker on here. Our MESITA stands for Minnehaha County Economic Development Association. Is that correct?
That's correct, Mayor. Thank you so much.
So,
Well, Mayor, Alderman, thank you for letting me address you tonight. My name, as the mayor said, my name is Jesse, and I am the Executive Director for the Minnehaha County Economic Development Association, MEKIDA, also the Lincoln County Economic Development Association, I have been in that role now since the beginning of April. Prior to that, I worked with your next door neighbors here at Hartford as the Chamber of Economic Development Director there. I just wanted to come and introduce myself so you know who I am and where your investment is going. I've had a chance to meet with Mayor Bush on several occasions to talk about Crook's future and development here. I'm excited to see what you and your stakeholders have planned for this community. We at McKean are here to support you and help tell your story and offer any advice you might require or need, or any insight that you're looking for. Also to help bring prospects and projects, both residential, industrial, commercial, to you when they approach us. And help you when you have any questions. I look forward to working with you and helping your community grow in the way you best see fit and being a resource and an asset for you and at your disposal. Have any questions for me?
I guess I'd like to say, at this point, since he was hired by Masita, he's been very active here in Crooks. We probably have done at least 3 or 4 drive-arounds. I've introduced him to some of the business people, and he talks with them direct. He'll work direct with somebody like the Wood Nickel or any business that's looking to maybe expand or need money for upgrades or equipment, that he'll help with that. He helps us, the city, not only with bringing potential businesses here, but different things we can do. I'd like you to maybe mention just one thing on the tax. I know we have TIFs that we've all talked about and heard about, but there's also the structured tax where you can do a percentage over 4 or 5 years, I think it is, and maybe bring that up because I think we'll be looking at that in the future.
Sure. Many communities in both Minnehaha and Lincoln counties offer a tax abatement or a discretionary tax formula. Minnehaha County, it's I believe it's 0, 25, 50, 50, 75, 100, or something to that effect. And what you can do as a city, you have the power and the ability to abate property tax due on all tax over a 5-year period. And it's an incentive that typically is only applied to commercial projects that add $30,000 or more of valuation. And in this day and age, $30,000 isn't a whole lot of money, so pretty much all commercial projects qualify. These can be very helpful to communities if you're looking to attract multifamily housing. I can use Hartford as a case example where my predecessor in Hartford, they passed a tax abatement in the, around 2011, 2012, and that is now applied to any project over 30,000 valuation that's commercial, and help to attract more fourplexes from regional investors. So it's a nice tool in your arsenal to help incentivize commercial, industrial, and multifamily housing. There really isn't a whole lot in South Dakota we generally do for incentives because we are such a low tax state. There's not much to take away from people. But the tax abatement is one tool that you can use as you're looking to find ways to grow your economy in your community.
So again, like the first year, you wouldn't tax them. The second year would be, they'd pay 25%, and the third year 50, fourth year 75, and the fifth year they'd pay 100%.
I believe in Minnehaha County, it's the fifth year they pay 25% or 75% is abated, and in year 6 it's 100%. So there's that abatement for the first 5 years, and in year 6 they pay 100%.
Which a tip, can go for 20 years, although we ask for a stated amount. This is another thing we can look at versus a tip when the time comes. We may talk about it more at the next meeting.
Yeah, personally, I'm more in favor of tax abatements when that is an option versus TIF. TIFs take a very long time to pay off, 15 to 20 years. With a tax abatement, it's generally automatically applied and only lasts about 5 or 6 years. So it's a great way to incentivize new construction and development, and generally is very favorably looked upon by anybody who wants to build. of course.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, if I can help you at all, information is available online at superdevelopment.com. Feel free to stop by my office downtown or give me a call, maybe to help you or answer any questions you might have. On a personal note, my wife and I like coming here once in a while. We like going to Critters and the Wooden Nickel. Like one of my favorite chicken fried Philly. The chicken Philly is amazing. So that's what we call a no work afternoon. Keep up the good work. Thank you.
Thank you. Mike, CHRC, did you want to?
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of give you guys a quick update on the CHRC. In the last month, we've closed on 7 lots. We closed on 1 this morning, we got 1 closing on Wednesday, and we have 2 more reserved after that. So things have picked up significantly. So we're looking pretty good. It'd be nice to get a few more projects started over there, but all in due time. So once the lots are closed on, they're all in the process of getting their stuff started. So most of those projects are planning to begin before fall. So we're going to see a lot of building over there yet this summer and fall. There's 2 of them that are specifically planning for winter builds. So things are turning rather quickly over there. We're about 50% of the way through our inventory of the 2nd phase. So good things. We're hopefully by next month I'll be able to show you guys we're working on a concept plan for the Schoenfelder land that we're acquiring across the highway. We're working on some drawings and some layout ideas there and a construction plan. So more fun and exciting things happening there. So I just wanted to give you kind of a quick run through what's going on with CHRC. But we're selling lots like crazy right now.
Mike?
Yes, sir.
Interject really quick. I'm going to jump into my park report just a little bit, because that was one of the things we had talked about in our park board meeting we had in June was, is there land designated for a park in the Schoenfelder?
Don't know.
Okay.
We haven't done anything yet.
Nobody had seen any plans and didn't know, and I didn't know
That includes
either.
me.
Yeah, so I just, since I had that on my list of things to talk about, and you just talked about it, I
Yep.
figured I'd.
As far as the park goes, so the city owns, in the current park, the city owns that sliver of land to go up to 6th Street. And it's always kind of been the driveway across the waterway, and there's a lot of gravel and stuff up there. I've been hit up several times by the people that are now living along there, if and when something's going to be done with that to make it less of a eyesore. So, I get to pass the buck on that one because it's not my problem. So, it's been asked about a few times, and I don't know what you guys are thinking to do there, if we're just gonna seed it and clean it up, or if we're gonna try and keep that as overflow parking, or what the plan is, but it's been asked a couple of times in the last couple of months. So.
Since it's a natural drainage way, I think planning and zoning requires that we maintain it as a natural drainage way.
And that's off of 6th Street? or-
Yeah.
Yeah, off Willie Drive and 6th Street.
No, we're talking, I'm over here.
Over here.
Oh, yeah, the other side's down?
He's talking about
Sorry.
Sunset Park.
Oh,
So
okay.
we're-
Sunset.
Oh, that's it.
Sorry, no, so where our last lot is built, that house is.
I'm working on it.
Okay. Like I said, I've just been hit up the last couple of weeks by homeowners in that area, and they're wondering.
Gotcha.
I'm working, trying to get it shaped up before football starts.
So, that's it from the CHRC. May put my other hat on for a second and talk about fire department stuff. Since we didn't have community days, we have paid for $3,500 worth of fireworks that we can't get a refund on. It's a contract for the year 2020. Premier Pyrotechnics, who we go through for that. We also have the show bought for the last night of flag football like we've done the last few years. So that one's still there. The big show that we normally do for community days, we've paid for that. They have told us we can have any day we want that isn't the 4th of July. So I mean, one option certainly is, we have one hell of a show at flag football. I mean, we're already gonna shoot fireworks, we can shoot a lot of fireworks. If we want to do something else, I mean, I know Colton is having their, whatever they call it, days this weekend. Yeah, it used to be Jubilee Days, I don't know what they're calling it now,
Yeah.
but whatever.
Country days.
They're doing theirs this weekend, they'll have fireworks on Sunday night. You know, I know Valley Springs did one last weekend, they had a fireworks display. I mean, having fireworks, whether, you know, we do it down at the park or at the other park or whatever, I still look at that as an awfully safe, you know, physically distanced event. But I want to throw it out to you guys because I certainly don't want to throw away $3,500 worth of fireworks. But if we want to do something, we just need to let them know when we want to do it. So,
COG have anything planned? Because I know earlier you were talking about maybe later in the summer.
We had talked about, maybe haven't been back together and have a meeting, but we've been talking about it. We'd like to do something before Labor Day.
sure.
Just pick a weekend, and even if it's just a one-day, it wouldn't obviously be a full-blown community day, but it would just be a one-day event. We could talk about, you know, what that would